What I just remembered, but
I'm still not sure if he was.
The lights are coming on now as we are preparing for this race. We are finally getting underway. Only just. Are we getting underway now? We are getting underway. It's a very good start from Tim in P2. He's already getting side by side with Thomas MacIver. They make contact going into turn 1. Can the rest keep it clean in the background? We'll have to wait and see. No crashes in my vision so far. Oh, well, Callum dives it. Ah, that's aggressive. That's very clumsy and aggressive. I don't think he can even get the spot. No, he won't. With Luke Baker and Tim Musalis. Luke Baker's very much struggling, and he hits the wall on the outside, cuts the corner on the outside of Raskas. That's very unfortunate. Just a yellow flag, though. Right here, right off the back of Yestin. Yestin doesn't defend. Billy goes down the inside. A late move. He pushes him out wide, cuts the chicane himself. Yestin has to cut the chicane. Picks up a 3-second time penalty and front wing damage. That was very aggressive from Billy right there. I don't know. But now the move from Callum Anderson. That's a very weird place to overtake, but he makes it stick. Great work from him. Thomas MacIver. Let's see who wins on penalties. Thomas MacIver wins on track, and he wins. Oh my goodness, look at Farthing's penalties, and Tim is second.
So Paul had more than one penalty more than Tim, then he started to push back a little too late.
Good question, but congratulations Thomas MacIver, and he finally manages to get his consistency done for a race, for a whole race distance, and with that he takes the win in Monaco. Has shot some great pace in the quali session already. I'm not getting away now. We are going now, but no, we are not. Farthing has jumped the start and he's got a time penalty. That is not good. And Yestin has had a great start. He's already up into P2, but there goes Callum Anderson. He spins round. Chaos at the back. A massive crash. Thomas MacIver avoids everything quite nicely. I think that was caused by Callum Anderson for an aggressive move. And we have got a safety car and more contact made between Tom Spicer and Thomas MacIver. I'm losing my voice already, and there's still contact between the two of them. Going off the track. Same with Johnny Bettico. He spins round. Has to make up ground. Yes, he goes for a late dive. That's very aggressive, but he keeps it clean. Craig Woolley makes it fair as well. Johnny Bettico has spun again. Massively. That could be a move from Tim. Yes, he goes for a move up into P3, podium paying positions for Tim. Down the inside into here. That's a very aggressive move. They're going side by side. That usually doesn't work. They leave each other enough room though. Reese March has to slightly cut the chicane. That's alright though. And Billy Mossam gets the move done. A very P1 in the championship, which is Pope Farthing. As Tim goes around the outside on the straight of Reese March. That looked like a fair. Still side by side. Billy is slow though.
Spicer has DRS and he's got but Billy pipes it down the inside and goes way too deep and into Tom Spicer on track there again. That is not a pretty moment, Billy.
Doesn't even have to dive. Billy lets him go through, but no! Billy breaks too late and puts Paul Farthing into the wall.
Different camera angle.
Yeah, he goes round the outside. Callum Anderson for the race win. 3 laps before the end. He goes round the outside and takes the spot from his teammate. 1 lap older mediums than his teammate. But Thomas MacIver is really struggling and he's spun.
No.
Here goes Tom Spicer, maybe round the outside. No, he thinks better of it. Backs out. Thomas MacIver. Can he now get a good exit? Tom Spicer, a really good exit. He goes side by side. They go side by side over the line. Who gets it? It is Thomas MacIver, but just less than half a tenth. That was so close. Paul Farthing, fair play though. He goes down the inside. Luke Baker, that is really aggressive. They make contact. Both go into the wall. And oh my goodness. Oh no, they've crashed.
What is happening? Luke Baker is out right before the line.
Jessica Harrison finished P11 because she was lapped. If she wouldn't have been lapped, that would have been P10 for her and a single point in the championship.
More opportunities.
But fair play, she finished the race, her first ever league race, in such tricky conditions. Fair enough, and she hasn't come last, so fair play.
This time I've seen F1, it was where Tom qualified, had the best start, as we're now to 5 red lights. Waiting for the lights to go off, and they're off for me. There's a bit of a delay. And they're still on the light sequence for them. As the lights are out on my screen. Big hold. And we're off, and it's underway in the French Grand Prix for F3. And it looks like Tom's had a good start. Same with the McLaren. So is Tim. Look at Tim now challenging Callum Anderson for turn 1. And he's going into turn 1 into the lead right now. What about turn 2? Callum Anderson cuts the corner. He has to back off and let him through as F1 fourth. And Tom there having a bit of battle, but Tim's had a great start from third place. And Tom's setup is just not working for him right now, and he's just lost another position as they go side by side, almost coming to blows. Oh, and the Haas made a mistake. Billy sees the opportunity possibly to overtake both cars, and he's going to take 6th place into turn 3. Oh, and he's just a bit too cautious down the braking, and Tom sees this, makes the move back on him. Under threat from Paul. Here comes Paul now on the inside. Got DRS activated. Billy sets a new fastest lap, 35.2 on the medium tyres. So don't count out Billy for today's race either. Shane has closed up on this 4-way scrap for the win. Or for the lead of this race currently right now. And then what about Shane? Shane is there. He's going to pick up the pace, and now he can overtake. As we go green, green, green. And he goes round the outside into turn 1. Could he do a J on Matthew Older? Makes the move work. And unfortunately, Paul has nothing to answer on those tyres being a bit cold, and Billy gets a 3-second time penalty for exceeding track limits and lost 2 positions out of that, possibly 3, as we can see there. Tim now trying to make a move on Tyler Thomas round the inside through the fast right, and oh, there's big contact, and the Red Bulls have come to blows with Jess, and Jessica has just got a bit of damage there, and Tom is out of this race. Now I was surprised how easily that wheel came off. A lot more traction on those mediums. Will he make it? Yes, he is. He sends it. Oh, and he turns a little bit into him there. Doesn't get the best exit. And that was kind of a bit audacious there from Callum. Tried to make it work. It was a bit of a late lunge. As these two are scrapping. Oh, there's a bit of contact between these two. Billy there looked like he turned in a little bit on Callum Anderson. Has to be careful that he doesn't turn in too much, because you don't want to send someone off. And as a fight further behind, Billy and Callum Anderson are going side by side into the chicane. Billy holds the position right now, but there's Callum, sees the gap form, goes the switch, but Billy gets the traction, and I don't understand how he's getting the traction on those hards. But Callum's going to have another bite at the cherry as Billy tries to squeeze him so much so he doesn't have enough space. But yeah, he does give him a bit of space, and Callum Anderson does get through. But Billy challenging Callum Anderson to the fast right-hander, but has to think about it. And now that's opened the door for Billy. Billy goes, rubs tyres, gets the move on alongside, gets the move done. As they go side by side, almost goes into 3 right as Toro Rosso is there on the faster tyres, just a lot more grip. And gets ahead of Scotty's. Now Scotty drops to 10th place as Tyler Thomas is only 22.6 seconds. It was 32 from Matt. So there he's gained 10 seconds. Closing up and then closing. He's now going to make the move on the inside of Callum Anderson to take the lead of this race to gain some points in the championship against Callum. Callum loses the position. French win in IRL, round 6 for the F3 tier. Looks like Paul is going to take the win, but will it be decided by penalties? Paul takes the win, Callum takes the win, Paul drops to 2nd there. Tim looks like he's going to take 3rd, as Shane is still fighting with Tom further behind. As here comes Tim now to the line, just gets a 3-second time penalty just now. And here comes Tim, Tim takes 3rd then. And here comes Tom, will be finishing in 4th, he will be happy with that. And here comes Shane and Tom. Oh, there's a bit of naivety crashing there between these two as they didn't give each other enough space, both off the track. And Shane will not be happy with that. He gets him by penalties anyway, 5th. Billy jumps to 6th. Tom drops to 7th. And yet again there, Callum Anderson just showing that he's got the pace. Doesn't have to start first or be anywhere there, but he qualified first. Unfortunately doesn't get the triple, get the fastest lap, but he takes the win.
We are coming up to the race now, and the lights are now out. It looked like a very, very good start from Paul Farthing. It's been McLaren in the back who's had a shocking start. He stood still. Tim Bruce Dalyns had a great start. Thomas McIver's dropped positions already. Tim Bruce Dalyns is going side by side with Callum Anderson. He joined the session, which won't really help. In the background, we've got Thomas McIver, Tyler Thomas going side by side with Reece March. Is the Williams going to make it 3 wide? No, he's not. They are still side by side, Reese March and Tyler Thomas. Tyler Thomas seems to get the upper hand on the Racing Point. Yes, he has, and Reese March keeps P10 at least.
Finishing a race, Felix. And now in this race, he's just picked up. How many positions was it? 7, 8?
Eight, now 8. And here goes Luke Baker on the inside of Thomas McIver. There's been contact, and Tom Spicer.
Early to make up for that loss of downforce though, but...
Oh, can he go
look
back
at this,
down the
Luke
inside?
Baker down the inside
Oh,
in
no.
turn 1. That ends up in a spin. Scott McKenna.
And
just
also
made a
Tom
move.
Spicer has made a
Oh.
move after his front wing change. He's gone past Tyler Thomas. He's now right behind
Oh.
Reese March. Can he go past him, go up to P9? They're going side by side.
Oh, look
and
at
he
that
makes the
around
move.
the outside.
Look at the amount of DRS he's got. And he's only 2/10 behind. And then it's only a 4-second
and look
gap.
at this, Thomas McIver and Shane
Oh,
has
no.
ended up the wall. Thomas, as you can see that he struggles to get a good exit in turn 1. Richie Davies up on his side already. He's going to go for this move into turn 3 as he's going to make it around the outside, but he goes very wide. But his tires is just way better, and he gets the move done on Tyler Thomas.
Might
Now
go for a move for the top 3 position. Maybe he can get this podium on track, as well as the Adam Spicer breaks himself. And Richie Davey gets past him. So does Tim, I think. They're going side by side down to turn 4. And Adam Spicer just lost 2 positions within 1 corner due to his misjudgment of the braking zone. But there he goes down the inside of Tim. Tim turns in, doesn't leave him space. Tyler Thomas loses the spot, the P6 spot to Luke Bacon.
last corner, but
here comes
it
Paul Farthing
looks
round the final corner.
like-
He takes a dominant win. He's doing a Verstappen safety car after safety car, and he kept his head cool. And Richie Davey has got a podium on his debut.
And Adam. Oh, and
Matt Romano.
Very confusing over the line there.
What a great
Amazing job
race.
from the Mercedes team today. Then, as we can see that
That's your
Paul
provision
Farthing
podium.
taking
Oh, God.
the win.
That was a hell of a race, Sondre, especially those last few laps with the safety cars. That was really, really exciting. And controversy as well, as the 2 championship leaders collided. And Callum Anderson nearly lost P2 because of that. But well done from Callum, how he kept P2 in front of Richie Davey. I'm pretty sure the lights are coming on now. And the drivers are away, and it seems to be a really good start from Paul Farthing in P2. He's already gone side by side with the race lead at the moment, and there's been contact into turn 1. Tim takes the lead. Someone's went off the track. That's Ross off the track and into the gravel. So is Adam Corrigan. I'm not sure. I couldn't quite see what happened. Paul Farthing has got away with that without any front wing damage, but here comes Shane Calais, tries to get past Paul Farthing. And we've got position changes left, front and centre. It's Paul Farthing spun round. Out of the Cots corner, he's down into 16th place.
It is close to Luke's rear. He's going to go down the inside.
Yeah, he outbreaks him in the
Luke
second
gives him the
half.
space, and he takes the position.
Tim is more or less the opposite of Callum, who's going for a
Look at
move
this though,
into
Callum.
Cox.
And Richie takes better of it, backs out, and just tucks into his slipstream. So he's going to have traffic to clear on his
Yes,
last
you are
start.
right there, but Tom Spicer and Ross are going side by side as Ross gets shoved off the track and he pushes him back. Spicer and Ross are going for it.
Driving from a few drivers.
Let's see what Billy does here. He goes down the inside. That's a very late move, very late on the brakes. But I think that was more or less clean, and he got past Scott McKenna. That looked like a really nice move indeed.
Going on to Hanger Straight, he has DRS. Fortunately, Thomas has DRS too, but Paul is going to go for the inside line in. So, as he's going to make this move work. Oh, but Thomas is still there and going into Whale. Thomas is going to break later. He's going to stay ahead for now, but look at this, once again a wide
Oh
line.
yes, I just saw it. Scott McKenna has lost the rear end. He hasn't kept it out the wall. He's got major front wing damage now. I just caught that, and that's someone going off. I think that's Paul Farthing. Oh no, not turn 1 once again. past another car. Tom Spice on the inside. Tim tries to take the outside line. And Tom Spicer doesn't leave much space and contact.
Oh, as Tom loses the back end, I think.
I think there's been contact. But Shane goes a bit wide and that compromises exit onto the hangar straight. Here comes Callum Anderson for another round. And that should be an easy move, and yes it is, round the outside on the straight. Adam is really struggling with his front wing damage he had earlier on. And there goes Callum, 3 laps before the end. He puts himself up into P4 side by side through Stowe, and they make contact.
Oh,
and Adam,
I think there's been a tap between him and Adam.
Win on track. Who's going to take the win? With time penalties though. He crosses the line first, and Tim takes his first race win.
Shane can't get that move down.
Still side by side into Vale, and Shane, does he get the spot? Yes he does. Oh no, there's been contact. Riley Manning is off the track. Will he keep P5 against Adam Corrigan though? Let's see. No, he loses the spot because of that spin.
6/10 behind Adam. Oh, that's gonna sting badly. Tim spinning under the first safety car, down to 10th. Manages to get back up and take the win in the end. And not just the win, his first IRL win after a lot of second and third places.
Definitely huge congratulations to him.
Ross Denholm in his debut, having the worst possible start he could have. Fighting his way up into second in the end, and then Callum Anderson in
which is hopefully not going to take too long. There they are. The lights are coming on for the German Grand Prix in F3. 5 red lights. And it's lights out. And away we go. We got a jump start from Billy Mossam. He takes the lead already. Might that have confused Callum Anderson? No, they're going side by side into turn 1. Spicer backs out. Callum extends the track. They kept it clean at the front. And there's been a spin. And there's a Ferrari going off the track. Adam Corrigan
is off.
Has he got front wing damage?
What that was, that might have been the Renault again.
Maybe there has, but look at Paul Farthing. He's already up into P10 and it could be P9 now. Yes, it is.
The first corner.
And we've got another safety car.
Curse.
Will he defend the inside line, or will he let his teammate go by on the soft compound? He doesn't seem to defend that hard. His teammate goes down the inside into the hairpin and takes P3. As easy as taking candy from a baby. And Luke doesn't really seem to defend. He knows he hasn't got a chance, and there goes Billy Mossam past up into P5 and now chasing after currently the home hero Maurice Herpel.
Behind him with the DRS, I think this is going to be an easy overtake for Billy Mossam before the hairpin's even there. Except Maurice does look like he's got a lot of strain on speed, so he could maybe still fight back coming into this hairpin. He's on the outside, not the preferred line. Billy Mossam goes up the inside. Maurice can't put up too much of a fight.
Not really putting up a big of a fight, but here goes Callum Anderson down the inside. He needs to get the traffic out the way. Reece March on the outside into the hairpin. The big overtaking opportunity for Callum. And does he make it stick? Yes, he does. But here comes Luke Baker. Can he use that advantage of time loss from Reece March? He goes round the outside. They're going side by side in front of the Mercedes grandstand. That's a very popular pace for overtaking in this race as well. Very clean. And Luke gets the position very nicely used indeed from him.
Really hurt his chances for this race to win.
Is he going for a move? Maurice leaves the gap open. Leaves the space. And Maurice gets hit from behind.
There's another yellow flag, sector 1. Oh, that's one of the Rebels again. Jess is off. Has she got damage? She's gone really slowly. I think she hit the wall.
Luke is going round the outside. What a move round the outside of the racing point of Reece March.
He's still net P2 and he could catch up. Oh! Luke Baker's lost it! He's in the wall!
Luke is in the wall!
He's lost it. He's just lost it on the traction out of turn 1. Up the inside of Maurice coming into hairpin. Is he going to go for it? He looks at it, but it doesn't quite. Oh, Maurice has gone wide. He's gone deep. That's going to lose him the position. Maybe Callum Anderson. Great traction on the softs. He is absolutely gone. And now he's gone for Tim.
Tom Spicer gets P4 from his teammate. And maybe Tom Spicer fights back. He makes contact. And he spins around.
No, Adam Corrigan has gone round. Contact's made there side by side.
Ross Denholm picks up the position.
Tom Spicer on the grass.
More contact. Reece March on the last lap. Everything's unfolding. Reece March is spun round.
Callum Anderson's won. Matt Romano's in P5.
Ross Denholm. Tim takes P2.
Matt Romano into P4.
Matt, half a tenth behind the podium.
Oh my god. Maurice is round again.
Oh no, he's gonna lose. He's gonna lose the point.
Points of her career. Maurice, no. That's so unlucky for him. 22nd time penalty.
A new bottle.
Callum Anderson commanded this race pit, surprisingly for the softs, and still wins it by 8 seconds after penalties, but what a race we've just seen.
I think he just wanted to make it a bit more interesting, but a well-deserved win. And Tim Brewster is in the end the home hero. They fought for it for laps and laps and laps, and in the end it was Tim who took P2 in front of his teammate. Was down to 4 red lights, 5 red lights, and it's lights out, and away we go for the Italian Grand Prix in F3. It's a really good start for Paul Farthing in second place. He's already challenging Callum Anderson in the back. We've got some major crashes. Tim is challenging Callum Anderson, maybe coming down into turn 1, and we've got a safety car before the first turn, and there crashes.
Someone's crashed on the straight. Mystics crashed on the straight. Jess Harrison is out. James Sands, it looked like he anti-stalled on the grid. He just didn't move, and I'm not sure who it was who just ran into the back of him. Could have been Matt Romano, just went into the back. So we've already got 5-second penalties everywhere. 2 retirements, really unlucky for Jess Harrison. And,
what's going on there? The Delta's glitched, I think. Everyone's backing each other up.
Oh my god, that's a huge crash! People in turn 3, Tyler Thomas is out. There's a crash with Tom Joule. Oh no! What's happened there?
I'm not sure. I think
people just parked it.
Yeah. They were literally standing on the track. I think it was Callum Anderson. Yeah, Tom Joule has crashed. Tyler Thomas has crashed. Tom Joule was disqualified. Oh, he's got the front wing damage. Let's see what Riley Manning does. Goes for the outside, now goes for the inside. Tim is moving multiple times. That catches Riley Manning out, and he's going onto the grass and into the back of Tim Brewster he goes.
Wing damage.
Yes,
wing
a Delta, aka Ivan King, I'm sorry. Makes Riley Manning spin round after he go round the outside of everyone. Tom Spice is joining the fight, and someone's got the chicane completely. That's Maurice, and he's taken someone out.
Oh no, has he? There's somebody. Oh, Callum Anderson, and I think that's Maurice in the gravel outside the tunnel.
Just a very little amount of ERS, but there they go down the inside.
No space.
And, oh, that is really clumsy, and maybe Adam.
Go for it again. He's on the grass.
Give Adam space
between him and Shane.
Now he's on the third from James Sands.
James Sands being
James Sands pushed him wide, and he's into the wall. So they're going side by side, coming down into turn 1 and 2, and he gets clipped.
Ivan King taking the runoff, which is what we like to see. That's
gets
what
a
we wanted.
3-second time penalty. Corner, he makes the move stick. Paul wins it, even with penalties, and Callum takes second.
Adam Corrigan's going to go side by side. Oh, the attempt splitting him.
Matt got 7th.
So very well done from them.
Yeah, Paul kept his head cool. He basically controlled the race since he got back into the lead.
It's 5 red lights and away we go, and I'm still having a horrible camera angle, but there we go, and it looks like one of the Red Bulls at the back has had a horrible start. That is Tyler Thomas, but look at this though. Tim is challenging Callum Anderson in turn 1 here. Side by side, it looks like Callum is managing to keep his first place for now. He's gonna go much longer into the race anyway, but look at this though. Farf getting really close to Tim into the Casio triangle now. He's gonna definitely have a chance to get past into turn 1 this lap. As we can see them going through the final corner. Quite different lines there. Nonetheless though, Paul Farthing, he's gonna go to the outside as he's passing Tim Brewster into turn 1. And I think he's made a move well before turn 1. And he's up into second place. Pulled out almost a second instantly. Look at this though, Riley Manning. He does have wing damage, and he's getting overtaken by Ross Denholm instantly. Adam Corrigan has been caught out napping a little instantly, but Adam still takes the inside line. I think he will be making a move into turn 1. He backs out of it, but no, look at this. He's still on the inside as they go towards the SS now. Adam on the outside. I think he might have had to move down, and look at this. But he gets
he's made a mistake.
Look at this, Riley Manning goes straight up to 4th again. Nonetheless, he's close to Tim Brewster, going down the main straight. Billy Mossam to the inside. Tim on the outside. Billy makes the move work. Tim tries to get back at him, but Billy just parks it at the apex and takes away 4th from Tim.
Again, there's the yellow flag sector 1.
That is
Thomas MacGyver's round. Thomas MacGyver's spun. I mean, we were just saying he was doing quite good on those softs, except he has to pit again anyway, so never mind, eh? Oh, that was
Commentators
quite a big
curse,
spin,
commentators curse. We should just... Oh, and look
Do
at that!
lot.
Ivan King hits the curb in Degner 1 and loses the back end.
Aww.
He gets a decent exit. I think he might have the chance to go for that P2 right
Here he
now. Look at
goes.
this, he pulls out of the slipstream. This is for second in Japan as Adam Corrigan goes into P2. As Callum Anderson is going to go over the line to maybe take the win. We're going to find out in a moment as Adam Corrigan passes the line
Adam!
to take the win by 3/10.
Oh my God!
Third. Billy is going to cross the line to take 4th place before Tim Bruce Dalians is going to cross the line to take 5th place unless Eagermal takes it on penalties. Tim up to 4th place, Eagermal up to 5th place, Billy down to 6th place. Reese March is going to cross the line in 7th. I'm not sure what Callum was doing on those last laps. It looks like he's just fumbled away this race win. But then again, Callum still knows that he's won the championship after this race. So I think he's going to be as happy as he could be nonetheless.
I mean, look, there's our 3 podium sitters. Adam Corrigan, Callum Anderson, and Ross Denham.
The lights are coming on now. It's up to 4 and 5 red lights for the last race of the IRL F3 Season 7, and it's lights out and away we go. It looks like it's a really good start from Adam Corrigan in P2, but it looks like Paul Farthing has just edged away that little bit. Tim Bruce Dalians tries to go down the inside. No, sorry, that's Ross Denham. Oh, there's a massive collision in the back. We've got Adam Corrigan in the lead, and then there's contact between Billy Mossam and also that is Tim Bruce Dalians. He keeps the car straight. Maurice has had a great start, moves up into P5. That Paul Farthing is still in the lead, it looks like. I'm not quite sure what happened there. For me, he was half spun round, but we've got still quite a lot of things going on in the background. Many drivers are going off the track, and then we've got Ross Denholm trying to get past Maurice, and he slams into the wall.
That's a huge crash! What's that, 4 or 5 cars?
And we've got a safety car, and that had to be one.
That was huge!
Jessica Harrison trying to defend from Ivan King, who's just moved himself up into P9, and another huge crash. Luckily, he doesn't come back into the onto the track. He defends the inside line for the next corner. That is the famous straight where both Ferrari crashed out. In real life, they're going side by side into turn 4 then, as Callum Anderson leaves enough space. Had a beautiful camera angle on the rear wing of Callum Anderson.
So, fingers crossed someone doesn't blow up his tyre.
Tyler Thomas makes a huge mistake. It's enough not to get wing damage. But Paul Farthing hit the has. Oh, that's close. Let's keep it clean, please. And Paul Farthing, it looks like he moves himself up into P5, but no, Scott McKenna fights. I like that. The drive in
and
front
here comes Paul Farthing behind Shane Collier, coming up the inside, coming into the first corner. He's going to go for it. I've got an awful camera angle, I can't see anything except Paul Farthing. He's gone up the inside, he's got really wide though. Can Shane do anything to come back at that? He's got a better exit, except Paul Farthing kind of just impeding his way. Look at him. That's one of the Ferraris, and that's Adam Corrigan off in the grass, off in Narnia. So that's going to be his P5 done. That's why I talk about his spinning and everything. And he's got 10-second time penalty. Oh god.
Maybe for another round now. Tim has to just give ways. Maybe now. No, he dives back down the inside. That looked like a fair move, to be honest. Paul is defending aggressively as well. That's pretty hard fighting here. Not the cleanest of fights we've had this season, but now Paul with a straight line speed. Oh, tries to get past him, squeezes him. Only just manages to stay in front. Oh, and Paul. Oh no, he spins into the wall.
He's off. He's out. Watch your safety car, Paul Farthing. Oh no. He gives us a weave. Final race this season is going to be Tim.
Yeah, Tim wins his second race of this season, and after taking his breakthrough victory, it looks like Adam Spice is going to come home to take P2 and an unlikely podium, and so does Tyler Thomas. Let's see if penalties change anything. Yes, they do. Oh, and Luke.
Oh my.
Misses out. Matt Romano is on the podium.
Oh.
And Tim in the end taking the win here in Brazil.
What a crazy race. Crazy race. You wouldn't have said this at the start. You wouldn't have said Tim takes win, Tom Jewell takes second, and Matt Romano takes third. You wouldn't have said it, but it happened.